Hi everyone, I just thought I'd come on and narrate you. Yes, that's what I've decided to do now. Because I was going to do a load of videos where I just sit there and narrate you. Now this is something I pulled out to do as a little off-stream project because we've got the... I'm really going to stop earning. So we've got the P51 and P40 that I'm doing on the streams, obviously. And initially I pulled out an AZ kit Spitfire Mark 9 in 172 scale. And that's turned into a waste of resources. I did get the fuselage together. The quality is just not particularly good at all there. I just got a Discord message there, just see. Yes, it's a reaction to this this model and the state of it. So this is a Airfix Mark 19 Spitfire 148 scale, and I put it out. I've really got Spitfire hankering. I think it's after seeing my background, the US Army Air Force Mark 9 at Duxford this past weekend. Spitfire on the brain. And I started looking at the kit and I thought, oh, that wing doesn't look right. The lower wing doesn't look right. Oh god. Got it out. So you can see this side is fine. We've got a Mexican wave going on here. Let's just hold it out like that. You see what I mean? It's incredibly thin plastic, by the way, so it's really hard to hold still, but yeah. So I was like, that's a thing. So fortunately I pulled out another kit to do as a off-stream. I've got several ones I'm looking to do an off-stream. Now one of them I lost because it's going to have to have off video like this as well. One of them's going to have a video made for it because it's yeah, there's a lot to be discussed with that one. It's a plane that never existed beyond an idea and possibly some on the drawing board. But it really lets me explore a theme I've got a bit to say about it. It allows me to do that, and it's a fun model. It's going to be a really cool model when it's built. It's going to be a huge model when it's built, despite the fact it's only 1 to 100. 1 to 140. I've got an excuse, got no teeth. 1 to 144 scale. There we are. So yes, now basically the other kit I pulled out, which has now got masking tape all over the box. Let's try and get that off. Great value, only £12. Doesn't actually tell you. It possibly started at it started a bit smaller with this one. That's the chair bar, it's a leather fit chair. I've got belt. So this is the other kit I pulled out. It's 172 scale, retrofit 262 A1A. Right? A1A. A1A. It's a class 31. It's half a class 31. British guys will get that. Folks will get that. These guys no gender in those terms, so yeah. Yeah, measure 262, and the winging that's fine. So I was worried it might have been the recent heat, and I thought, oh god, how many of the kits are warped as well? So that was fine. Oh, no worries. I could get a spare, get a part that replaces this part, pay for a new part, and went on the Airfix website, and no, they don't make it. They don't make this model anymore. It's my 19 Spitfire. So I was like, oh, okay. Second-hand one, I might have to buy a whole new kit, and I'll just build that one, and I'll use this one for spare parts, or I could maybe do a belly-landed diorama, but it's going to be difficult to do. He's got to try and bend that wing back out again, or chop the wing off and have it sort of half out the wall, like the Mosquito that used to be in the Imperial Museum in London, which incidentally now flies as a complete aircraft. So, which makes me think it wouldn't be impossible to get the Mark II at East Kirby flying again. Apparently it can't because it's a cut and shut job. It's a couple of Mosquitoes rolled into one, but if they can get one that was half buried in a wall flying again, they have to build a whole new wing for it. And in theory it's not impossible. And whether it will happen or not is another matter. Whether the owner wants it to happen is another matter. I think Tony Yeager, who basically poured his life into restoring that aircraft to operational status as it is now. I think he probably just wants to enjoy it as it is, to be honest with you. Yeah, in the future, nothing's impossible. Anyway, back to the Spitfire. Okay, second-hand market. Nothing. I couldn't find them on eBay. I couldn't find them on the websites I use, like Kinkit and Hannon's. Looked in their second-hand. Nothing doing. So it's kill or cure. It's build or bust on this. So I will try and video the little updates like this, little update videos, as opposed to filming the progress, because I still want to try and build it in my own time and that. And I'm going to have to, there's going to be some big delays on it, because I'm going to have to stick some pictures up. It's just been suggested to me, Jonathan just suggested to me, that I stick some pictures up on the World War II forum and say, look, got this, this has gone on. Any ideas, folks? So yes, I'm asking for any ideas in the comments below. Now, the ones I've already thought of, I thought of putting in hot water and teasing it back, trying to get the right shape, because the wing root's actually relatively fine here. It's twisted back here, but it's fine at this end. So bend it back that way and then work on the back. But that can make it a lot worse. This plastic is so thin. Look at how thin that is. That worries me a bit. So the way I'm actually thinking in a minute is to put, because the upper wing is fine, is to put the upper wing on and then glue a little bit, clamp it, leave it 24 hours, glue, clamp, glue, clamp, glue, clamp, and work my way along the entire wing here to the edge. And that slowly should bring it back. And then again, when it comes to gluing this onto the bottom of the fuselage, is glue, get it clamped up or whatever, get it, firmly secured, glue, clamp, glue, because then it should, 24 hours between should give the glue enough time to sort of go off to the extent where it should give a good hold, and sort of work my way forwards or work my way backwards, wonder which way I can decide when I get to it, really sort of progress along the aircraft, along the wing, and hopefully rescue it. And how glorious would that be? To actually have a kit that sits then, looks really beautiful, and now there's video evidence of how it started. Or it could all mess up and I go, can do it beyond my skills. So yes, I'll be asking on the forum and we'll see what it comes up with, but hopefully it'll be really awesome as this video series turns into a don't despair, we have the fix, we know how to sort it. So as a bit of an update then, for all I've done is I've got to stage 4 now in this. I'm just on stage 5, so I've just cleaned up this bulkhead, which is between the cockpit and the engine and fuel tank, so it's on the firewall I suppose. I've built up the instrument panel and rudder pedal assembly and so on. Really quite nice. The compass there you can see sort of sticking out just sort of this end of the model here. That is a separate piece you put in, and you put the control column into this piece, and then the rudder pedal assembly goes in, and then it's beautiful bit of I suppose engineering is the word, isn't it? But yeah, we've got it really nicely done and everything. So it'd be such a shame to not be able to bring this aeroplane to life. I think it looks nice. The reviews all speak very highly of it. I'm not looking to review models really, I'm just looking to build them and share my builds, document my builds for my own future, obviously my future reference as a thing. But if the people are entertained and you enjoy it as we go, then so much better, And now I'm a bit wary of Airfix kits that come with a cockpit like this, because the Spitfire Mark 5 kit I really struggled with. I think I was too inexperienced really looking back, I don't know. So this is a real sort of leap of faith for me as well with trying to get this to go together. So what I'm going to do is basically tonight I'm just planning to build up the cockpit assembly for this aircraft. Get to the point where we've got everything to go into the aeroplane, so it'll be stage 19, so I've got a few to go. Whether I want the canopy open or closed, I've got a bit to cut off if I want that open or closed. Basically get it so it's ready to go together. And then we're gonna have to spray up the parts to get them painted. I'm gonna have to spray it up. What does look cool is we appear to get a full camera assembly. If you look at that one there, you can see the cameras pointing down. That's pretty nice. Sort of stuff I suppose usually back in the day, or back in more recent times, you'd have to get a either scratch build or get a aftermarket set for that. Now, paint scheme. Now, no offence to the RAF, but I find the box art one a little bit dull, which is this one. This is the box art one, which is a Mark 19, PR Mark 19, based in Singapore in 1954. On 1st of April, no less, which is the RAF's birthday. Formed on the 1st of April 1918. But I found the grey and the blue. I love this blue. This one, blue's gorgeous. I love as much as blue I can get, the better. But this grey I found a little bit dull. The white spinner, well, sky blue, white spinner. The BMF I think did it white, to be fair. A little bit boring. It does represent the last Spitfire that flew an operational sortie for the RAF, a combat related sortie, I suppose, as opposed to the weather ones that performed the BMF flight later on. But I don't know. It's not gripping me too much. However, this one is the option B. This is a Swedish Air Force Spitfire S.31 from the 1st Division. Hang on, let me try and read this. 1st Division Flottage 11 Flygevapenet Nykoping, yeah, maybe. Sorry, Swedish people, people from Sweden or people who can speak Swedish, who are probably tearing the hair out of me in a minute. 1955. So basically, it's a Swedish example. But the colours, I love that blue, so loads of blue, but the red and the golden yellow and the blue of the rondels and that, I don't know, that one this one speaks to me a bit more. It looks a bit more interesting. And I'm not going to have the opportunity really to have that many British Mark Spitfires in my collection. There's going to be an awful lot of British Spitfires in my collection. That's why I'm thinking of doing my Tammy 32 scale Mark 16 as a Belgian one as well, just to break it up a bit. You know, the Spitfire went into service around the world almost. You know, the Soviets used them during the Second World War. The Czechs used them after the war. The Norwegians used them, I believe. What's the Norwegian? The Irish used them. The Irish Air Corps one. They did a very interesting paint scheme. Swedish used them. The French had some. Yeah, Belgians obviously. Yeah. They ended up Israel. Israel used them. I've seen from the time Royal Burmese Air Force ones as well. There's Spitfires everywhere, so it's kind of cool to have that represented amongst the collections I will have. Most of my Spitfires will be based on Malta, so you know, it's going to be a thing to break the theme of desert. There'll be lots of blue ones there as well, of course, desert painted ones. But anyway, so that's the plan. This is on for a quarter of an hour now, so I'll end it there. So that's basically the plan, is to try and get this put together, and we'll try and make it work. I'll get the pictures up on the forum shortly, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.